So it has been many years since Invincible season 2 came out. If you guys remember, I did do a review for season 1 of Invincible way back when it first premiered. I didn't know anything about Invincible, but like everyone was talking about it at the time, and I think the first season came out in 2021-ish. Um it came out in 2021-ish, and I remember watching the trailer for it, the teaser trailer slash trailer for it. I saw the cast, Stephen Yeun, Debbie O, J.K. Simmons, and when and then I saw season 1 and then episode 1 when Omni-Man killed the original Guardians of the Globe. From that moment forward, I was like, and everyone was like, what the hell? Okay, now you got me hooked. And that was what it was. And when season 2 came out, I did want to do a review for season 2. For some reason, I never got to it. I never got to doing putting together a review for season 2. There was a point where I wanted to, but then I scratched it, and I went on and I continued doing movie reviews or other TV shows reviews, TV reviews, and I just skipped season 2 of I just skipped it and just moved on. I just dropped it. But now here we are. So we are hours away as the time that I'm recording this video, from season 4 premiering on Amazon Prime, on Prime Video. And I was like, you know what? It's now or never. So here we are. Finally, I'm going to give you guys my season 2 review. Finally, after like I think season 2 came out in season 2 came out premiered, I should say, premiered in 2023, 2024, something. I don't know. I don't remember. But anyway, you know, I apologize for that, but like there were a lot of things that happened during that time, but anyway, here we are. So season 2 of Invincible. All right. I'm pretty sure we can all agree that season 2 is definitely a successful is very successful, and it definitely avoided the sophomore slump, deepening the emotional stakes and expanding the series' multiversal scope while maintaining its signature brutal action. Because like season 1 was like Omni-Man, like we the viewers, we the audience, we were keeping our eyes on Omni-Man, on Nolan Grayson. I mean, fans who've read the comics, you guys know what's coming. But for people like me at the time who didn't read the Invincible comics, like I never read the Boys comics going into the TV show, and the same thing here with Invincible. I didn't read the comics going into this TV show, and I went into it completely blind, and I was like, dude, you got me hooked. And season 1 was kind of like a mystery, like who killed the original Guardians of the Globe. And at the finale, like Omni-Man just explained and revealed the season 1 finale. Um, Omni-Man explained everything to his son Mark about the truth of the Viltrumite Empire and everything. It was like awful, and calling his wife a pet, and it's just like it's crazy. It was crazy. That was season 1, and then season 2 we are introduced for the very first time the multiverse through the character of Angstrom Levy, voiced by Sterling K. Brown. And I will say this: one of the highlights of season 2 is the animation upgrades. Is the animation? It is a noticeable upgrade in the animation quality compared to season 1. The fluidity of the flight sequences, and the detail in alien environments are just major improvements. And there's also some emotional depth. I mean, a standout element was that the exploration of Debbie Grayson's grief, her struggle with the betrayal of her husband, was just the most resonating human aspect of the early episodes. I will say this. The very first time I watched season two, like as it was coming out, as each of the episodes were coming out, I didn't like the Debbie Grayson's grief, how they just expanded and dragged on because it felt like it was they were dragging it out, and I was like, can we move it? Can we move along? But I rewatched season two like over and over again, and I'm like, you know what? I don't know what the hell I was thinking about. I don't know what the hell I was talking about because it didn't feel dragged on. I think the reason I felt like it was dragged on was because of the mid-season break, and we'll get into that. Um, and another thing, another highlight is the villain of season two, Sterling K. Brown's performance as the season primary protagonist. Yeah, Angstrom Levy is the protagonist of season two. Alongside, yeah, he's going to be teaming up alongside Invincible. Fucking idiot. Angstrom Levy is the season's primary antagonist. And his character added a complex intellectual threat that challenged Mark and Ray's physical combat could not. And season two did a great job with world building. The season successfully expanded the lore, particularly focusing on the coalition of planets and Alan the alien, voiced by the amazing Seth Rogen's larger role in the fight against the Viltrum Empire. And I have some three issues. All right, I have three main issues with season two. And going back to it, yes, the mid-season break. Holy shit. Where this is like the first time, this was the first time like Amazon Prime did this and it did not work. I don't know what the hell they were doing. Because like there was so much momentum. There was so much momentum. That's the word that I would use. There was so much momentum, and then all of a sudden, like, I was like, where the show's not coming back in December. I was like, Thanksgiving. I mean, I was thinking to myself, because of Thanksgiving, um, I was thinking to myself, maybe Thanksgiving or I was thinking to myself, because of the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and maybe New Year's, I see season two coming back maybe mid after New Year's, maybe mid January, early February. No, like fucking mid March, in the middle of March of 2024, I think. Yeah, 2024, like mid March is when season two finally came back. I was like, what the hell? Like, we were all like, I was like, the momentum wasn't there. Like, it was just gone. It was so frustrating because like it was so frustrating as for me who was so engaged with the story. It was so frustrating with the 4 month like hiatus between episode 4 and episode 5. It disrupted the narrative momentum. Like, what the hell? Thankfully, Amazon Prime, Amazon, they learned from their mistakes. They didn't do it with season 3, and it sounds like they're not going to do it with season 4. And thank God, do not have another fucking mid-season break. What the hell? And also, another primary issue I have with season 2 is the pacing. The first half felt slightly unfocused as it attempted to juggle too many subplots, like, for example, the Atlantis mission, the college life, and various side hero arcs simultaneously. Like, instead of the primary plot, which is Angstrom Levy and the multiverse. And speaking of Angstrom Levy and the multiverse, I felt like Angstrom Levy's specific hatred for this version, our version of Mark, felt slightly forced, given that he acknowledged this Mark was not evil like his variants. Like, this Mark is not evil like his other variants, and yet he has anger. and yet he has this rage towards, it's like, doesn't, dude, it's not, this Mark isn't like the other Mark, all right? This Mark isn't like the other Marks, all right? This Mark is good. Why can't you just accept it and move on? Why are you like it's like you only see like the other evil versions of Mark, and you only think about the bad and you don't think about the good, and it's like, whatever, dude, you're a villain, just be a villain. You're a villain, you're just whatever. But yeah, like, the season 2 should have focused primarily on Angstrom Levy and the multiverse plot, but like in the middle, like I said, it's juggling, it's juggling, excuse me, juggling, it's juggling like these, like the Atlantis mission, college life, these side hero like detours. It's like, what the hell? Whatever. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say for Invincible season 2. Thank you so much, everyone, for taking time to listen to my review, my thoughts. Please like and subscribe. Definitely subscribe, because that will help me and my YouTube channel out a lot. And I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.